Hello, everyone. Good evening, or good time zone, depending on where you're watching this. Especially if you're watching on YouTube, because you can watch it anytime. Congratulations.
You can also be watching it live anytime.
Yeah, I mean, that is also true. Congratulations. I've gone off spiel within the first sentence. That's a new record. I have somehow gone off the rails already. My name is Hedgehawk. Welcome to London Towerfall, our VTM game, episode 4. We're almost at the halfway mark. Almost. Who knows? I mean, look, TV shows, the halfway mark, they usually do something really dramatic.
Oh no.
Who wants to go and blow up the shark?
So you may notice we have one square less tonight, although I didn't get a chance to adjust the overlay in time. Also, this feels weird, so I thought I'd keep it there. Inez is busy moving. So lots of positive new things ahead, but they won't be with us tonight, unfortunately.
That's right, we've removed Inez. Based on the whole 2 weeks of backstory that we gave Inez's character, we decided Inez shouldn't be in the game anymore.
That would be an evil thing. I would never do that. Primarily because I think I'd be hunted down.
Yeah.
There'd be a bounty somewhere in a deep dark corner of the internet for me. I'm going to introduce themselves and their characters. I'm going to do anti-clockwise for once. Just I think clockwise. I
Do
think,
it all the time.
No, we did clockwise last time. I'm pretty sure we did clockwise last time. I made Chris go first, so that means you're up first, Callum.
Hello everyone, I am Callum. I am back playing. I'm playing the right character this time. I'm playing Morgan. I always got my own name wrong. That's how bad it's been. I can't remember what character I am.
You're playing an NPC now.
For the character sheet, I had to do some edits, and I was like, "This is all wrong." Oh
Who
wait,
am
no,
I?
this is the right
Yeah,
character.
who am I?
Who am I? Ah, it's real bad. Like I'm used to playing multiple people in campaigns. But this is like, for some reason, VTM just melts my brain. I don't know why. And also, I've been playing too much Baldur's Gate. Like, I had to play the intro to Baldur's Gate 8 times because I couldn't get the saving to work.
No.
So I had to build my character 9 times.
I mean,
Look,
that's kind of the best part of the game.
Yeah, it totally is. You're not wrong.
I mean, at least you get to play Baldur's Gate, all right? Some of us have an Xbox, and some of us are never going to see that till like 2026.
Well, that's why you get a PC. That's my PC. my message of the day for everyone. Just get a PC. Hello, I'm Callum. I'm playing Morgan. There we go. They, them. I'm going to pass on to whoever's next.
That would be Riley.
Yes. Hi. I'm Anna. Also Riley. I use they/them pronouns, and I'm playing Dominic. He, they pronouns. Our favorite himbo, who's totally not screwing shit up all the time.
We will never. So one of the, you know, you're doing really well as a storyteller when you get a random message late at night, sort of going, "What was that role you did? What was that secret role? I must know."
I'm scared. Oh no.
It's all psychological warfare. For all you know,
It is.
It could mean nothing, and I just do them randomly to throw you off course.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, last but not least for tonight, Blue. There we go. My brain farted.
Hello, I'm Blue. Not any of the other colors. I am playing Leto. I am the friendly neighborhood Malkavian, and we are both she/her pronouns.
Awesome. So does anyone actually remember what we did 2 weeks ago? Asking for a friend.
I don't have many notes. I have like 3 lines of notes apparently.
I have a ton of notes.
I only
vaguely
take essential notes.
I can remember what I was doing. I don't know what anyone else was doing.
That's what's important.
I was doing a masquerade breach. That was I was doing.
Oh yes! Oh no!
That's all you need to remember.
Yeah. So basically, the whole takeaway of episode 3 was Dom decided to tell his mother that he was a vampire, which resulted in a lot of thrown newspapers, and a lot of. I mean, I think she took it quite well.
Yeah, she took it well. I don't think she. It's kind of like
wow.
it's like disappointed but not surprised kind of vibe. Like
Yeah.
she expected this to happen at some point.
If anyone was going to get turned into a vampire, it would be my son Dominic.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the spirit.
That's when we had the mysterious role, which has been driving Anna crazy. We also discovered that Dom's mother likes playing bridge.
Yeah.
Completely made up on the spot, and we ran with it.
Yeah.
So there's now a bridge club somewhere in London. Note to
Oh, there
self.
ought to be.
Inevitable.
Yeah.
We did some more investigating. We now know that Leto and Morgan are kind of a detective team. Also, when you put them together, they spend a lot of time not telling each other everything and just kind of only saying the bare essentials needed and not clarifying on anything.
It's like the opposite of thieves' cant.
Yeah. Direct cant.
We are both speaking thieves' cant that the other doesn't understand.
So we're both being really obvious by not saying what we're trying not to say.
It's like English. It's like English and American people talking at the same time. It's like technically they're speaking the same language, but some words just don't quite translate the same. Like, what have you been up to? I don't know. What have you been up to? And no one wants to give it all away. We had Valerian and Dom go play Mafia with a contact that Valerian knew. And I think you made him wet his pants, or very much
Yeah.
close
like
to.
that.
Or Channing.
Because Channing got intimidated because Valerian can actually be quite not aggressive, but quite direct when they want to be, and Dom can be quite imposing when Dom wants to be. Even if it took Valerian a few prods to get Dom to actually be like, "I need you to be the big guy."
I mean, you're just standing waiting there for orders. Like he didn't want to, get on Valerian's bad side by doing anything, wrong.
Listen, bullying is bad, but in a TTRPG, I will find an NPC, and I encourage you to bully an NPC. Find one NPC per session and go, that's my bully. That's who I'm going to bully today.
So, first of all, that explains Morgan so well.
Yeah.
Also, at the same time, if we didn't, so we'd do it in real life. This is just a way we're venting our frustrations.
Absolutely. We're saving the poor nerds of the world.
I am the poor nerds of the world.
Because as we know, everyone in this chat are the Chads.
What the heck are you going to do? Right.
Apparently we're going for coffee.
You're going to coffee, yes. The final lead of the night.
Can't drink.
It got cold, so I have to get a new one.
Yeah.
I can't drink coffee.
Nor can I. That's why it got cold.
I just have to have a cup of coffee at all times.
I can't be a bedraggled looking student without my coffee.
I mean, to be fair, hot coffee is a weapon. Just open up and toss it at someone.
I don't know how long that lasts for. Let's be honest.
I don't know. Those Starbucks cups can stay hot for a very long time.
Slight scalding attack.
Yeah. I mean, vampires don't like burning, so... I mean, okay, admittedly...
I mean, most people don't, but...
I love it.
I mean, it's quite
on their level.
It's quite possibly the longest extrapolation of the rules in history. It's like, Fire burns vampires, sunlight burns vampires. Does
Just
coffee
hot
count
coffee.
as does coffee count as
It
aggravated
wakes you up
damage?
like sunlight would, and it burns you like sunlight would. It's just a little cup of sunlight.
It has energy. The sun is full of
Yeah.
energy. I think coffee cups are just mini suns.
We found
Yeah.
a loophole.
I would like to 9 aggravated damage by throwing this Starbucks over to someone. See, now you're getting me thinking about a conspiracy now, thinking that all Starbucks are owned by the Inquisition.
Oh no. Never give them your real name.
Right.
I would never give loads of people my real name. Hi, I'm
No.
Carl the writer.
Right, let me go and find the musical Bob and change the music to something a little more. Let's go for that one. Right. We're going to deviate a little from what we normally do. Since everyone's not here, there's not going to be a random camera cut this time. Maybe later.
Ooh.
Besides, we're already separated anyway.
Yeah.
I think we'll start tonight, kind of where we left off, with Valerian and Dom. You are with Channing. Obviously, you got this meeting at this cafe on the lower level, the under wall of the Shard. Channing goes in his car. Marcus drives. I think we ascertained in the prequel that it's a Jaguar.
Yes, it is.
That
Of course it is.
that Valerian has for a car. You hang back, just so it's not obvious that you're tailing Channing. While you're doing that, Valerian gets a phone call. He's acting kind of not distressed, because I don't think Valerian knows what the meaning of distress is, but looks worried for a man in a suit. I don't know what emotions they can really feel or show, aside from greed and occasional disgust. But Valerian kind of motions to you and sort of says, "I'm going to have to leave you here on your own, Dom. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just follow Channing. I'm sure that. Well, I'm not sure. Leto and Morgan said they would be there. You have their numbers, right? I've just got some very important business I need to go and deal with pretty urgently."
Okay. I'll do my best.
You'll be
Kind
fine.
of like it's kind of like unsure. It was like,
Just don't
okay.
tell anyone you're a vampire. You'll be fine.
I would never do that.
The car pulls up. You find that they, Valerian and Marcus drop you off slightly back. So you've got a little bit of a walk. Channing is doing for a lack of a better word, a terrible job of disguising that he's paranoid. He is constantly looking behind him. Namely looking at you, Dom. Kind of looking for reassurance.
Okay. I mean, Dom just sort of gestures for him to sort of keep walking. Keep walking.
Keep going.
Yeah, just, yeah. I think like if you want reassurance, you should look at Dom. But
he gets to the cafe, picks a random table outside. It's one of those cafes that has like the outside seating area, even though it's covered by a roof, because some people just don't like sitting in boxes, so they go sit in a bigger box. Makes it feel free. And it's just him for a while.
right.
What does Dom want to do?
How big is his space? Can I sit somewhere that's like
I mean,
very far
yeah,
across from him, but like not like I can still see him, but like it's obviously not like right next to, if that makes sense.
I think it's a mall. There's planters with benches around them. There are plenty of places where you can be in eye shot, possibly earshot if you want to get a little closer, and
Yeah,
not look like you're
I'll-
with him.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go sit somewhere in where I can see and possibly hear, but not be too close.
Okay. So while you do that, we're going to switch over to Leto and Morgan. How did you get here?
I drove.
Namely, you drove. Yeah, you kind of come in from the opposite side of the mall. By the time you arrive, you can see Hanning sitting at a table on his own outside this cafe. And I mean, I
Is
don't
it a
think
bar? I thought it was a bar.
it's a cafe on the lower level. You're thinking of in the Shard.
Oh, I thought they were both bars.
No,
Yeah,
one was a bar,
it
one
was
was a cafe.
originally.
Was it? I thought it
Yeah.
was a cafe on the lower floor, bar
They were
on the upper
both
floor.
bars.
No, it was. They were
Really?
both bars because I was like clarifying which one it was.
Okay. In that case,
Yeah,
then,
nice one.
congratulations,
A
it's a
bar
bar.
can have it could be
Yeah.
like one of those like
could
low
be-
key bars that do
Yeah.
food.
No, it
Yeah.
could be one of those annoying bars just out on the other side of my street, which looks like a cafe, and it's set up like a cafe, and they sell coffee, but they also sell cocktails, and only open at 8 o'clock at night till 11. So during the day, it does absolutely nothing. You can't get anything, but at night, ugh. It winds me.
Sounds like you just need to go there at night.
Yeah.
I don't know why it triggers me so, but if you're going to look like a cafe, be a cafe. Don't
Oh, I get that.
don't be a cafe that looks like that serves alcohol and cocktails, okay?
Then
And
you just never come to the Netherlands because then you go
No.
to a coffee shop and then you get the wrong thing.
Yeah, but this is the problem, right? You go past there at 8 o'clock at night, and there's still students there with their laptops. I don't get it. They serve cocktails, but there's students there with
That
laptops.
sounds nice. That
does
that
sound nice.
just sounds good. I
Um,
would go there if it's chill.
So it's going to be
Like, that's the kind of thing I
it's going to be a cafe bar.
Okay. What vehicle does Morgan have?
Oh, that's a great question. It's not expensive.
And
so I
Morgan
can't have-
and Dom's probably going to ask, when can we dump it in the river?
Come back to me with that question. I'll go and do some googling on cars.
Okay, but it's a car.
It is
Yeah.
a car, yeah. It has four
Okay.
wheels, and both of you can fit in it.
That's how I felt when I got the question.
It's less like I don't know cars. It's which one I want.
No, I just don't know cars.
Leto, the whole drive there has just been really curious about what's inside. So she's like checking the glove compartments and like down the side of the drawer, and she'll like flip down the sun bit to see if there's anything like jammed by the mirror, and just generally being curious.
So I think you find some CDs of classical music.
Oh wow.
And like also like some like weird indie punk bands. Like right next to each other. Like in the glove compartment, you get a pile of classic and a pile of weird punk, and you're like,
Nice. Good
Is
remix.
this their car? Like, this doesn't make any sense. There's probably like a map, like an A to Z map of the roads. In like, it's a really good choice to have. Yeah, I don't know if you find anything else of
that's fine.
interest. It's a very clean car. It almost looks like it's not used much.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, driving in London is, a pain, especially if you don't have a lovely economical car, because then you're literally paying to the nose to use the thing. But there's ample parking at the Shard. That's not an issue. You say, yeah, you come in through the side. You can see Channing, you can see Dom attempting to blend in. And where would you like to go? How is Leto and Morgan going to play this?
Well,
Because originally you wanted to go somewhere else, but you've agreed to come here to temporarily keep an eye on Morgan and Valerian.
Dom and Valerian.
That's it, Dom and Valerian. One of many brain farts tonight, I do apologise. Brain not brainy.
I think. Yeah, well. So we're expecting a gang, right?
You're expecting someone to turn up. You're not entirely sure on numbers or whom, or you just know that there's a meeting.
How do you want to do this? Should we go and stake out the place from the inside, or would you prefer to creep in the shadows?
Oh, I didn't realize I was running this.
You're the expert, right?
So when Valerian's gone, Leto takes over. Okay.
You could run this, but I don't think you're going to like what I say. Like, I think we should go to the bar and pretend to be on a date, and that's our cover.
Ah, love that. Okay, wait, hold on.
That might not be the best plan.
Wait. Okay, incognito.
I think you've been watching too much of Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Okay, let's go, babe.
Oh, this is a mistake. But it's the best way to get close.
Okay.
Takes a deep breath. Remember what it is to be human.
She
Gets out the car.
She, as soon as we're like start heading in towards the building, she'll take your hand and like interlace fingers.
Do I spot this? That's my question.
I mean, you're
them?
watching the entrance. You mean Channing sitting on chairs outside the entrance. So yeah, I think they're not within speaking distance. So you would just watch. I mean, bearing in mind that none of you had a chance to telegraph this with each other. So what you're watching, Dom, is someone you had a one-night stand with now walking into a bar holding hands with someone else in your coterie.
I feel like Dom's kind of wondering, like that was fast. Like they've been away for a day, and then it's very, very confused but interested.
This bar
I will say though,
Go
if I can, the moment Dom spots them, we'll send them. Do you have a group chat or something?
Yeah, I think you have a group chat. Yeah, I imagine it's mostly Valerian.
That was my internet.
That's fine. Don't worry.
We got enough of it.
Yeah.
What was
It's
the
my
message?
Right. Wait. Was my internet back? Am I?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're back. You're back.
Great. Cool. Okay. Fine. Do they have a group chat or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. They'll in a group chat,
Check
but we'll just be like texting that he sees them and like sort of roughly where he's located in the bar, I guess.
This like bar cafe is it's one of those weird places that tries to be hip by taking old and modern and putting them together, and they never quite get the decor right. Like, it's got like steel walls, but then someone's put like old-fashioned, elaborately framed pictures of art on these walls. Just a constant clash. It reeks of that. Oh, this is a small business startup where it's like I've just wheeled in a mobile counter, and in the back there's such crates of alcohol.
What did I tell you? This place has
And-
got a vibe, you know? This place is great. You know, I was like walking around the city and was like, what place speaks to not just me, but to us? And this was it.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Just like swinging their arms.
Are you going to order drinks?
What do you want? I'll get us something.
Do they do cocktails?
They do cocktails. That's their specialty. There's a sign that kind of says, you know, if we don't have a cocktail on the menu, ask. Which comes across as actually, in retrospect, quite cocky. But it's like, oh, if we don't have it, ask. I'm sure we can make it. But they've got the normal cocktails you'd expect to say a cocktail bar.
We can get one each, or we could get a pint, but we could get a picture between us.
I would like the brightest coloured one.
The
You heard her.
brightest colour cocktail.
She wants the brightest coloured one. You're going to get her the brightest coloured one? I'll have a picture of Sex on the Beach, please.
You sort of see the barista. Oh, that didn't work, did it?
I was like, I'm going to make a pun here and then just say the word.
No, I was there going, what happens when you take a mixologist and a barista you put together? So you're a bar, so it's a bar, okay, then what's a Rista? Oh, Rista. Fuck, it's the same word. Oh god. You know it's gonna be one of those nights, don't you? Yeah, the mixologist, we'll go with that. I can't screw that one up. Sort of nods, quietly makes the drinks. It's not too packed, there's not a lot of people coming in and out. I'm going to say in a couple of the corners are those infernal students in their bloody laptops, typing away God knows what. There's a couple of... I'm not salty.
It's so funny because it sounds pleasantly nice. It just sounds cool. I just want to
It's a lovely, nice, normal, quiet venue. It's just salt. Constant salt.
A
One
nice
thing
venue
you
with a
will-
chill atmosphere and like a local business getting off the ground. It's terrible. I hate it.
Look, I'm when you come to learn to know me better, you'll know that I'm one of the saltiest people in the world. And if I see people having fun, I'm just there like, no, why aren't I having fun? It's like, well, you stop being so salty, Ted. You might actually have some fun.
Wow.
It's like, no. I want people to come down to my level of misery. I don't want to have levels of fun.
We're gonna get bonus dice on rolls to like burn down this establishment.
The audience, you can't hear it, audience, but the music
Yeah.
that's being played to us is like horror music.
Yeah, there's 2 tracks going at the moment. There are a couple of booths you can take here. There's a couple in like deep corner at the back. You can see what's going on with Channing, but you wouldn't be able to hear anything. You could go closer to the window. There are window side seats. So it would just be you with some glass and then Channing. You could probably overhear the conversation from there.
How do you feel? Window or booth?
Okay, so where Dom is,
Mhm.
Is Dom in a position to hear it or not? Are they too far away?
I think I would just be able to. I feel like I don't know. Leave that up to Jim.
I'd say you're close enough to hear it.
Okay.
For better or for worse, you are close enough to hear it.
Here's a
Okay.
quick question: do either of us have heightened senses?
No. I am fast, but no, not that.
Does Leto not have heightened senses?
No.
I believe
No, I have the
Valerian
other
is the one with heightened senses.
Of all the abilities I currently have, heightened senses is not one of them. I have
Yes, Valerian has heightened senses.
6 abilities. Heightened senses is not one of them.
Oh no.
I'm gonna start dragging us towards the booth because I've already clocked where Dom is. So I'm gonna be like,
Fair.
he can hear it.
Fair.
We'll go and just keep a general eye on the area.
There's like a moment where Morgan's like, are you sure you don't want the win? Okay, you're the boss.
It's a nice booth, all right. It's comfortable. They've cobbled together some decent furniture, I guess.
The aggression that's in your so
Is it like a
aggressive.
circle booth or like two like?
It's kind
just
of
two
like an
seats?
L-shaped booth. This one gets in the
Oh,
corner.
okay.
So a nice table in the middle, then puffy booth seats on the left and top. You can still see through the window from here. That's not a problem. You're just recessed back. So we're all set. We're in position.
Yeah.
We're all happy. Okay.
Once we've sat down
Yep.
and like moved cocktails in position, she's going to use sense unseen to see if anyone's hanging around that's invisible.
Ooh, smart.
Nice. At the moment, no. If it comes up, I will let you know.
Cool.
Okay, so we've all committed.
Like Morgan is really trying to commit to the bit, like
Yeah,
as they're
okay.
like drinking their cocktails, like really looking into Leto's eyes. Like will sometimes just put their hand on Leto's hand in like ways that if you weren't paying attention you wouldn't notice. As has happened to me while I have been out with a friend who did this to me. It's a fun story. But yeah, just it's like slightly flirtier than usual. Do we have to roll a performance check?
What was that?
Do we have to roll a performance check?
I'm not going to make you roll performance to blend in. No one's really paying attention to you at the moment. You're just another one of those couples who find this sort of place attractive. I'm not salty. I want to make this clear for a moment that Dominic Lasker, has decided to sit on a bench in an open area
Oh, for
in the
fuck's
middle of a
sake.
mall while looking at a cafe. Well, bar cafe. How many...
Can't be that famous, surely.
Yeah. Wait, are there like any plans? Like, because if there would have been plans, I would just like set a booth that's sort of next to a plant and hope that, because I feel like he's aware of that. But
So-
like,
Here's the thing, right?
okay.
When we were making Dom, I was like, hey, 2 fame might be okay. And it's like, no, I want 3 fame. Oh, so we're going national, are we? Okay.
Yeah, I know it's my own fault.
That's why in the first episode, Dominic was trending on Instagram
Yeah.
for a while. Dom has influence. Give me a
Oh.
I'm gonna say a bit unconventional here.
Oh, God.
Wits and stealth.
Well, it's good that I put a point in stealth then.
Difficulty
wits
2.
and- 1 sec. So I'll have to roll this thing. So
That's fine.
With difficulty
2.
2. No, that's the wrong one.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No. Can I re-roll that one? I have a willpower back.
Yeah, you can willpower re-roll it. You'd re-roll 1 dice because you got 1 success already. It's not good. I'm not gonna lie. It is a bestial failure at the moment. You're rolling 4 dice to a hunger.
I don't
Wait,
think
what?
you can actually succeed.
Oh, then wait, how?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if that 1 becomes a success.
Then what?
Are they not cancelled out by the both failures on the hunger die?
No. As far
Okay.
as far as I'm aware, in this version, failures on hunger dice don't cancel out. I think that was a thing in the old version, but I think now it's just number of successes. That's it.
Wait, I just okay. I just
No, yes, you're right. It's
Yeah.
only a bestial failure
And I
if it
re-roll
fails.
1 dice,
Yes.
right?
Yes, 1 dice.
Oh, okay, come on. Wait, it's not. Oh, difficult. Do I do difficulty 2 again, or just?
Yeah,
Hard
yeah,
to
difficulty
decide.
2. Yeah.
Okay. No. no.
Okay.
Like, one job. Just roll above a 6 on 1 die.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so I'll
Dodgy.
resolve.
Don't use the internet dice. They're dodgy.
Yeah.
They hate you.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a bit of a off the beaten track variant here of the bestial failure. 'Cause I don't think maybe do a compulsion now to hide. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. I don't want to take a willpower off you because you're burning through these like, well, very heavily.
I mean,
You've used 1.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do instead is take that failure and use it to make the event that's about to happen even worse. And I just need to grab my Miro board because I need a name.
Oh dear. Also, did you say I added hunger?
No. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You're fine. Where is it? There it is.
First roll of tonight, going great.
Yeah, first of all, right, we've already got a... So the good news is you don't get noticed by a screaming horde of fans. You're fine. No
Okay.
one's asking for selfies.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
However, one person does notice you. And they look a little unimpressed to see you. Standing about a meter or 2 away from you now, with their left hand on their hip, is a certain someone called Ms. Esme Adcock, who Dom would remember as one of his former one-night stands back when he was human.
Yeah.
Looking annoyed. They've got a coffee cup in their hand, other hand on their hip. Kind of. In my head, I've got long flowing hair. Long brunette.
Yeah, let's say that. Yeah.
Yeah, long brunette.
Let's say, yeah, that's nice. Also, quickly trying that. Alright.
And they're sort of like, they notice you, Dom. And sort of like,
yeah.
oh.
I pretend not to see them.
So what you've got here is you've got Dom trying to pull a plant like over them slightly to hide.
just lean back and like, no.
I can see you, you know. I didn't. You never called back. You're a I want to say pig, but I don't know. I think that's too insulting to pigs, if I'm being perfectly honest.
I wasn't. Is over not calling back.
Yeah.
That's what you're so upset about. I'm very busy. Also, I'm busy right now. So if you want, you still have my number, right? You still have my you still have my number. So I'm a little busy right now. If you would mind.
No. I deleted.
Check me out.
I deleted your number. Why should I have kept it? It's
I don't
clear.
know.
It's clear that
Apparently, you're so obsessed with this whole not calling thing. Maybe you would have kept it.
Wow.
Listen,
I know they say celebrities have like egos. I thought you were different, but please, Louise, you have an ego.
It's not personal.
Oh, so what we did was not personal.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm kind of doing. I'm waiting for someone right now.
Oh, is it your next conquest then?
No.
Oh. And what is it then? What's so important that you can be sitting in the middle of a mall under the Shard, trying to hide in a plant pot almost?
I'm having a night with my mother. We don't get to see very often. So if you don't mind, I can give you my number again, and then we can talk about it if you want.
Roll me charisma.
Just charisma?
Charisma plus persuasion.
Okay. Did I get... Wait. What did the beautiful trait do again?
Beautiful
Was it not
would
just
add
+1?
+1 dice to the... Yeah, you add an extra dice onto this as well.
Great.
It's that smile.
Yeah. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty 3.
That's...
Hey, there you go. That's what a roll should look like. 4 successes. When you mention meeting your mother, you sort of see that, like, visibly they climb down a little bit, almost a little bit embarrassed, over kind of half making a scene, and they sort of sheepishly go, "Oh, this is kind of awkward.
It's alright.
I honestly thought you were. I don't know. It still riles me up a little bit, I guess.
Well, that's why I said I can give you my number again and we can talk about it. And I didn't.
It's fine. I still have it.
Oh.
I was just trying to be.
It's alright.
Petty.
It's okay. I get it. I get it. I mean, I honestly, I get it. But yeah, just text me and we'll chill. We're chill, right? It's fine.
Yes, I just missed you. I enjoyed the night we spent together and thought it was
nice.
Yes, it was nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave you for when your mother arrives.
That's appreciate it. But yeah, just like I said, text me. It'll be fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'll text you.
All right.
And Esme walks off without causing
Crisis
too
averted.
much of a scene.
Crisis averted.
I was about to test to see if coffee burns vampires. But it was brilliantly disarmed. The scene wasn't big enough to scare anyone away. Channing does look a little perplexed as this is going on. Because bear in mind that Channing has no knowledge that Leto and Dom inside had anything to do with this.
Hey, Morgan and...
No, you know what I mean, yes. I will remember. God, it's because I keep looking. So on my screen, you're all in like weird diagonals, and I keep looking across rather than diagonally down. So I'm looking that way across and then that way across. Yeah, they have no knowledge that Leto and Morgan are part of this whole operation. But Channing
went undercover.
Yes, you're undercover. Channing is looking a little not shifty, but uncomfortable. About another 5 or so minutes pass, and no one turns up.
Okay.
It's now probably 10 minutes past the time that Channing said to you, Dom, that this meeting was supposed to take place. No one seems to be there.
Can I have I think a vague description of what they look like. I think it says like bodyguard outfit, stuff like that. Can I just look around and
Yeah, you can look around. No one matches that description.
I will also text the others the description.
I'm going to say this because it you know when a player does something, like you're there holding your trump card, and then a player does something and it forces you to reveal the trump card way before you wanted to reveal it. That's happened. While there is no one here, Leto, you do begin to sense that someone nearby is trying, well, not trying, they are successfully to everyone else but you, be invisible. And like you sense it walking up to the exterior of the bar, and then it gets to about the same distance as Dom is, just the other side. Stops for a moment, turns around, and begins to walk away.
I think while she's sat with Morgan, she's like started up a conversation when she spotted this guy, and just been like, you know, Dom's a really popular guy. He gets around a lot, and a lot of people seem to notice him. Like, he's more obvious than he realizes he is. And it's weird that he doesn't, you know, just stop and leave more often.
If he did, that would make my life so much easier.
You say that, but you see, if he did just suddenly leave, then we wouldn't know where he was going.
Oh. Okay. Well,
you can sort of feel on the very edges of your kind of senses that whatever this is, first of all, whoever this was, can't maintain this for very long. This was a very quick kind of scope, because within about 15 seconds, it's gone. From where you're looking at, you can't tell if that's because they've left a range of what you can sense, or whether they've removed their ability to be invisible.
Has someone just appeared who wasn't there before?
Not that you can see, no. But then again, it's a catch-22, because they started to walk away, and from where you're standing or sitting in the booth, your outside view of the world is quite narrow. Dom has a much wider range, but Dom was Dom doesn't know what to look out for.
Do you want me to go and check on Dom?
No, I'm sure he's fine. He can deal with himself. I'm gonna pop to the loo though.
Okay. And I'll wait here.
Sure.
And I'll stay right here.
Looks at the picture. I wish I could drink. I need to check if I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up. I'm
Mhm.
gonna see if I can work out where they went, which direction.
Okay. You temporarily walk out of the cafe, out onto this sort of whitish boulevard, if you like, inside the small. Based on, and I think that's when Dom did the perfect thing of texting the description, because you know which direction they went. You walk out the cafe, and about at this point, 25, maybe 30 meters away, walking away from you, you see someone wearing combat boots, black trousers, a black vest top, kind of matches the description that Dom gave. They're turning left into through a door, which you can see from the sign above the door is an elevator to, like, an elevator area going into the shard proper.
Okay. In which case, I'm gonna ring Dom on my phone.
Just pick up. Hi.
Hi, babe. So, changed.
Okay. Wait. What? Okay. Never mind. What?
What? I said it. Plans have changed.
Yeah. But what's the change?
But I can't meet you there anymore because there's no point. Because the friend that we were waiting for isn't coming.
Okay.
Or they might be coming, but they might be bringing more friends because they've realized that who they thought they were waiting for isn't there.
Tom's going to just pause, like trying to do the math, like. Okay. So then what now?
Not really sure. I'm not sure whether it's worth waiting for the fallout or if we should chase this. I'm pretty sure I know where it's going though.
Maybe we should chase. Well, maybe if you two chase, and I can keep an eye on the other person to make sure that nothing happens.
Here's the thing. If anything did happen to said person who hasn't, who was meant to be there, the problem with that is that they'd bring a lot of people to the party and probably try to dispose of things.
Well, no, because if you're going to follow the friend, he's trying to sort of figure out like what kind of thing the code word she's thinking, and like, then they won't be here, right? What with the person? Do you get what I mean?
You know what? Don't hurt yourself. You stay there.
Okay.
And you keep a watch. I advise that you maybe make yourself a little more hidden than you currently are. And just be prepared for someone to, do something a little bit violent. And I'll go get Morgan.
Okay, I will keep you updated. If you will do the same, that would be useful.
Oh, sure, yeah. If anyone's trying to come kill you, I'll let you know.
That's appreciated, I suppose.
You're welcome, babe. And then she hangs up.
Like, Like, is it-
Uh,
okay. And so I will. Is there a
The-
place I can sit where I'm still with an eyeshot but not with an earshot, where I'm being more hidden?
yeah, there are benches further back on the opposite end of this kind of like boulevard wall, a good like 20 odd meters away. So you're
Yeah,
out
I'll
of. The irony is, you two had a conversation when you're practically like only like 15 meters apart. I think Channing kind of clocks on to the fact that you're having a conversation at like that kind of distance, but
Yeah.
on the phone.
Oh, I figured I was like away because if they had to get to the elevator, I wasn't in the cafe.
No, you'd gone outside and gone a little bit further down.
Okay.
But I mean, to be honest, in the grand scheme, Channing is getting very tetchy now. Constantly looking at Dom, constantly looking at his phone. Unsure
Do
what
I,
to
do
do.
I have Channing's number? Would we have
I
exchanged
imagine you
it?
probably would have had Channing's number if you were.
I would
asked
just
for it.
text him, stop looking at me.
He texts back going, "I don't think they're going to turn up."
Just
Dot.
I'll text back. Stay seated. Might have a lead. Just act normal.
He stares at his phone. And then after like a minute, you get a text back saying, "Okay."
You said that, I'm just gonna sit back and watch. See if there's anything happening.
I mean, it's 9 p.m. People are kind of it's getting to that point now where most people have settled for the night. Now the nightlife is starting to kick in, so there's a few groups of people sort of milling around, giggling, having their pre-drinks at this point. But it's quite an empty boulevard, this area. From this back position, you can make out the elevator position that Leto was heading towards. It's just a normal sort of like 4 elevator kind of recess for allowing people to go straight up.
Okay.
Empty now. There's no one there now. Unfortunately, I think between the time while you were having that phone call, whoever it was has gone into said elevator and taken off. So what does Leto want to do now?
So Leto's gonna go back into the cafe, go over to Morgan, put hands on the table, lean forward towards him, and just be like, "Hey, so now we've had pre-drinks. Let's go to the other bar."
Yeah. Sounds like a good time.
She's gonna grab her cocktail and she's gonna surreptitiously pour it into the nearest shrubbery and then move over, put it on the bar and be like, "It was great, thanks." And then she's gonna head out.
Morgan grabs the picture, puts it on the bar, the table of the nearest like student. Enjoy yourself. It's on me. I'm in for a good time. And heads off.
Not a long time.
Well, I mean, there's only 6 episodes left, so depends on your definition of long time.
I've only got to feed 4 more times and then I'm out the game.
Okay, so you guys come out of the cafe, and we've got Dom now, all the way over the other end now, doing a slightly better job of blending in now. No need to have a plant. But you do kind of
Probably
see.
just sort of have like if there's a menu, probably just have like just sort of look down at the menu and occasionally look up. Sort of there's no like eye contact with anyone.
I think you found one of those really thin pamphlets for something, and you're holding it like that.
Yeah.
like kind of the
Just
whole
studying the menu for like an
disguise.
hour.
Yeah.
I really hope Dom's not on the list of people for the potential next James Bond.
I mean, at this point,
in character.
Yeah.
at this point, Channing is kind of like shaking his one leg quite aggressively, having to kind of like sit still for so long. He doesn't like this. But yeah, you've got the elevator. You know a way up.
Morgan runs up to Leto, kind of grabs the hand back. Yeah, let's do this. We're going all the way to the top.
Yeah, I think that's where it is. It did close for a bit, but I think it's reopened. So.
Right, yeah, I've been so excited to go back. I've heard such great things about it.
Okay, so you two head towards the elevators. There's a directory here that kind of gives you an idea of what you're looking at. There are, what was it? Something like 72 floors in this tower. I'm not going to make you go for every single floor.
I'm trying to remember where. I can't see if I wrote it down.
It's somewhere in the middle. It's not quite.
I
the
thought
upper
it was
levels.
at the top.
No,
Yeah,
the
it was somewhere near the top.
It's near the top, probably top upper, because the upper levels are the observation decks. And then underneath the observation decks are very expensive penthouses. And then underneath that, it's like a hotel. There's a few bits there. The bar you're looking for is floor 53.
Okay.
Known as Languish.
Wow.
With a really, really frustratingly fancy L. Someone like really, it's like someone went to town, like someone bought a, like a, I was about to say cryptologist. Don't buy a cryptologist to a calligrapher. There you go. To do like a really fancy L and then run out of budget. So the rest is all just like standard standard sans serif font. I mean, it's a style. Yep, 453. And just to double check, we are leaving Dom down on the ground floor. Well, subfloor.
I like it. Need to be a double check for that. Are you sure you want to leave them there?
You are just leaving Dom.
Yeah.
For now.
For now, okay, awesome. Okay.
It would be nice for Dom to get experience at the bottom.
Oh no.
Where is it? Is it this one? Give me a second.
That does imply that he hasn't had experience at the bottom before, and he's been top the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That
how
is the
I wrote Dom
implication.
in my little backstory. Was that Dom was the top. So I'm just
fair.
going off that, really. I'm just making a joke, But
Yeah.
in character, that's the thing that Morgan would say.
Yes.
From their experience, Morgan.
Oh wait, did you
No.
say that in character?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely said in character. Absolutely in the elevator.
Oh, okay. In which case she's gonna be like, oh?
I'm just guessing based on his whole energy.
He didn't give me that kind of energy.
When you've been in the right circles, I know that you were
He's like
turned.
a puppy. He's like a plaything.
That's exactly what he wants you to think.
Oh. And it just turns around in the bedroom.
I'm assuming, yeah.
You're assuming. Okay.
Assuming, are we?
So why have you been thinking about it?
I've not been thinking about it.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. What a conversation to have on a 50. Because bear in mind, you're on basement 2. Because this is under the shard. So this is a 55 floor elevator trip.
I can't even do that stuff anymore, apparently.
Not at all.
Yeah,
For how long?
it's a recent thing.
Oh. You're just not feeling it?
You know how, like, we can make our body do things it's not meant to do anymore?
Mm.
Yeah, it's not working.
Oh. You feeling all right? Have you been eating?
That might be the problem, if I'm honest.
Yeah, if you don't eat enough, then you're just drawing on empty.
Yeah, I'm just really hungry.
Oh, you need to be careful of that.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd said something, we could have gone for a snack.
I think we are okay. I work best when I've got something to focus on, you know.
Well, yeah, but if you're distracted by hunger,
We'll be okay. Trust me.
all I'm saying is if Valerian can dip, then so can you.
Unlike Valerian, I don't dip.
Okay.
Unless,
Do you have a preference?
unless we're talking about
Should
dipping more Marcus, and then, which case, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. We all agree on that, right?
Aww. Yeah, that would be really sweet.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the word I'd use.
Oh, they're both dedicated to each other.
They're definitely dead.
So, do you have any preferences in food? Like, should I be looking out for something?
My tastes are eclectic.
I mean, it's London. I can find it.
No, it doesn't matter. I know what I'm
sure?
looking for. Yeah, I'll sort it. I promise you,
Okay.
as soon as this is over, I will sort out my hunger problem. And then I will
Okay.
find a way to check if my organs are working the way I want them to.
That's one way of phrasing it, but sure.
What do you want me to say?
It's fine. Don't need to be sensitive about it. I thought we were just.
Come on,
being
detective
open.
mode. Detective mode, not meaningless romance.
Oh, but we're out on a date, babe.
Is there anyone else in this elevator?
No.
No.
No, just you two.
Is there a camera?
Probably.
There probably is, yes.
Yeah, I assumed there would be.
No microphone. We should use
How many floors to go?
You've probably got about 15 floors to go.
Yeah. Morgan hears that, puts one hand against the side of the elevator, and looks in your eyes. Yeah, we can do that if you want.
Okay.
I'm going to roll a d10 quickly. High or low? Since you're asking, Callum, high or low?
Hi.
That's a 1! As you do that, the elevator stops. The doors open, and 2 people are looking to get on and ride further up with you. They sort of look a bit like that moment where they both like look at each other and then look back in, and one of them sort of goes, "We'll wait for the next one."
Okay, as soon as they say we'll wait for the next one, she'll throw her arms around his neck and be like, okay.
These young lovers. The doors close. And back up we go.
Whilst we're in this position, she's
Mhm.
gonna lean in real close, like right next to like his neck and ear. And she's just gonna be like, look, there's probably a camera in here. I don't know if they can hear us, but I really didn't want to have a conversation about it really loud. But I definitely saw someone come in, try to do the meeting, noticed something. I don't know what, but they were invisible at the time, and then they've skedaddled. So we're following now. I've told the boy to wait behind because potentially if they know that this link has been rumbled, they're gonna take him out.
Naughty. Real naughty. Kind of pulls back a bit, but like plants a small kiss on the cheek as they do.
Just as you pull away, you hear the ping of the elevator. You are now on floor 53.
Ladies first.
Thank you.
So the whole floor, pretty much the entirety of floor 53 is this bar, Languish. Because you're now going up to the upper levels of the shard, each level is smaller than the one above it. But it's still quite a spacious interior. It's almost like glass for glass. Every wall, every exterior wall is just glass looking out over London. They've installed kind of... There's lots of neon lights in the corners and along the top of the windows. Again, at the bottom, in varying colours. They haven't decided what colour they seem to like best. You've got some pinks, some blues, some vivid whites that are just a little too bright compared to the other neon colours. A few greens in there as well. Shake it up. It's a black tiled floor. Or at least it looks black tiled with all the lack of light in here. That's one of the more interesting aspects of this bar.
The windows, did he look polarized?
No. They just look like regular... If very thing, they're reinforced windows, naturally being what type of structure is, they're reinforced, but they're not polarized, no. There are some walls in here, there are interior walls, but you kind of notice that the interior walls aren't built all the way to the top of the ceiling. They're only built as high as they need to be to give privacy. Because, I mean, floors on the shard aren't your typical floor-to-ceiling height. They tend to be like double that size. So this bar does have a mezzanine in one corner. Booths underneath, and then a kind of stool and table area at the top for people who don't want to cubby in a corner. There is a dance floor here as well.
Is it busy?
I'm going to go with busy-ish. It looks like it's filling up. You notice that there are 4 elevators going up and down. While yours was empty, another party of giggling girls comes out to another one. Languish is not touristy famous, but in several alternative circles, it is a well-known bar. They tend to have themed nights. The good news is tonight is not one of those nights. Tonight is just turn up and have a drink night. But you can see like a poster on the wall. Like they do every now and again, Languish hosts one of those. You remember those like not retro? That's the wrong word. You're not retro anymore. Do you remember when they do those club events, like emo throwbacks? There's a poster for one of them coming up in a week's time. We have a local one, and I keep meaning to go to it. It's just a whole night basically of playing My Chemical Romance, Paramore, and standing behind MySpace photo frames and pretending it's the year 2004 all over again. But it's popular. It makes money. But yeah, it's filling up. There's a few people on the dance floor. The bar is definitely the busiest area. What I will say, in a quick cursory glance, you cannot see anyone that matches the description of what you saw previously.
Okay.
Obviously, you don't. I mean, they might not even be on this floor. They could have gone somewhere else. All you know for sure is that once upon a time, pre-purge, this was a Kindred-owned bar.
Which was why I was asking about the windows.
Yes.
Lead on.
Are there any booths or anything, or anywhere to sit down?
Oh God, yeah. Like, take your pick. You've got the upper mezzanine stall and tables. You've got the under mezzanine booths. There's a small seating area out by the bar itself. Nothing, obviously, around the dance floor for obvious reasons. Yeah. Well, it depends where you want to tuck yourself in.
Are there any tables of people sat around that don't have drinks?
All very full drinks.
yeah, or just not drinking.
Okay. If we're doing the just no drinks, is about 2 that you can plainly see. We're going for people who have full drinks. That becomes a much broader range, as there are people like you've arrived at the beginning of a night out. So a lot of people have still got their first rounds in, are having that. You know, when you go out, you order the first round takes forever because you're just constantly having conversation because, you know, you got to have it while you're not drunk. Because after you got drunk, you don't have it anymore. We're very much at that stage of the night. So expanding it to anyone who's got loads of full drinks kind of makes it even harder. That's what you're looking for.
Morgan's going to link arms with Leto. I think Dom would really like this place, you know? If we need, I don't know, something to spice the evening up, bringing Dom up here would do that.
You are so right. I will text him right now.
Give him like, I don't know, half an hour for us to do what we need to do and then show up.
Okay.
15 minutes, we'll be kind.
You know what you can get done in like 15 minutes. Like,
well, I assume I'm with the expert.
I don't know
You
if
tell
that's
me
an
how long this will
insult or a
take.
compliment.
you decide.
You know, I can go as long as you need.
Really?
Oh, you know what?
Just for clarification, was Channing human?
Yes.
Or right?
Channing
okay.
was human.
Okay.
Who is currently now being told by Tom to just stay sitting at a cafe bar outside on a chair with no drink, with nothing that kind of states that I'm here.
Okay.
But yes, he is human. Which isn't uncommon. Valerian does use humans for the distribution part of the network, just because they can go around during the day. It's a lot less suspicious. But anyone involved in like the senior side of the business, i.e. taking the blood, bagging it, is Kindred.
I guess we'll head for seating near a table where there's people not drinking, just because she's hedging a bet. And we'll sit down. I'll text Dom and just be like, anything changed?
Has anything changed?
Nothing's changed. Channing, if anything, Channing just looks more and more tense. You get the impression if he's forced to sit here for much longer, he'll start rocking in the chair.
Yeah, I feel like Dom would text back to Leo like nothing's changed. However, Channing is getting more and more nervous. Do we let him go? Question mark.
She'll message back and be like, "No, not yet." And then she'll look at Morgan and just be like, I don't see our friends here.
That's a shame, isn't it?
But I can
Much
invite
good
more.
luck.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll sort out getting more friends.
Cool. I'm gonna go look around, see if I can find any of our friends that, they might just be in a different part of the bar.
Okay. And then I'm gonna message
Combat
Dom
boots,
again.
right?
Yeah. Very punk.
Real
Not in a
punk or
punk.
fake punk?
Fake punk.
Fake punk.
And then she's gonna message Dom again, and this message just says, "Languish, floor 53, bring the bait."
Okay. Yeah. Dom will just text Channing and sort of relay like, okay, we're going up to the 53rd floor. I think he would maybe be like, he takes a different elevator. Were there 2 elevators next to each other?
There's 4.
4. Just text like, I don't know. Did Dom see the elevators from where he was?
You can see them. You know which one they got into.
Yeah. So we'll text like, go to that floor and then take a different elevator than me, or And I feel like if once Channing gets up, Dom waits maybe 20-30 seconds, and then also gets up and then gets to the elevators.
Okay. Are you and Channing taking the same elevator, or are you going to take separate elevators up?
No, that's why he texted to him to
Okay.
take a different one.
Take a different one.
So they are not seen together.
Okay. So, you go in 20 seconds after Channing. You press floor 53. You go up. I think Blue knows exactly where this is going.
Yeah, I think I know where it's going.
You walk
It was a decision.
You walk out of the elevator into this lovely chic bar. Channing is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, I feel like the moment like Dom got in the elevator and the doors closed. Like the moment Dom and the button got into the elevator and the doors closed, he realized his mistake. And I feel like he would immediately texted Channing, would text Channing, if you don't get up here, I know where you live.
Ooh.
Roll that intimidation check.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Angry
say...
face, angry face, angry
face, angry face.
No, smiley face, like that really
Full of
like
blood
that really like emotional smiley that just the dots and smiley. That smiley is
Yeah.
gonna go on there.
Give me manipulation plus intimidation.
Okay, I can do. What's
Difficulty 3.
1 sec. Difficulty 3.
Are the dice gonna like you now?
No. Is it too? Well, hang on.
I mean, you can willpower reroll 3.
When did I get willpower back again?
You've only spent 1.
Yeah, but when do I get it back again?
When do you get it back? You get it back at the end of it. You can get it back at the end of each night. You can recover some back.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do if I do reroll is 1 is reroll 3 dice.
Yes, you roll 3 dice. Yeah, 1 willpower equals 3 up to 3 dice.
Okay. I'll do that then. Hello. Oh, hang on. Yeah.
There you
2
go.
more successes. Oh, 1 is a critical success. So.
Awesome. So, how much attention is Leto and Morgan giving Dom as he walks out of the elevator?
None. I'm searching the
You're
bar.
searching, so you're busy. What about Leto?
I mean, I'll clock him, but I'll ignore him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clock but ignore.
I feel like Dom would do the same because it doesn't want people to know that they're
No.
associated.
That's
Yeah.
That's pretty valid. I'm going to throw. I'm gonna throw a carrot. Why not? So first of all, Dom, you know which elevator Channing took, so
Yeah, I
you know
saw.
which one he should come out of. So I imagine you're kind of now standing outside that one, waiting for Channing to walk out.
Yeah, maybe not even next to it,
No.
but still like from a little distance, but watching the elevator.
Yeah.
So-
Well, thing is Leto is Leto is very good at like clocking patterns and observing things.
And Dom probably knows it and knows that he fucked up and is very actually waiting to see if Channing is gonna turn up.
What I will say is that you do get them back, but so above every elevator is the number of the floor which they were on before the floor moves, or the elevator moves.
Alright.
Above the one, and I'd say Leto probably clocks this quicker once I think Leto realizes where's Channing. The elevator that Channing comes out of, the last floor it was at before it came down was floor 67.
Hi. Oh, okay. Hang on.
So he went up
Yeah.
and then got your text,
Yes.
pressed
But it-
53.
But up was the deck and penthouses?
Yeah.
I will well, and then Leto also clocked it. Never mind.
Um,
I mean, no, actually, Dom doesn't know Leto clocked it. Dom is just gonna text to Leto, like being really smart, like, oh, I discovered a thing, and just texting that, to relay that information.
I found out a thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I did too. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to talk about putting people in different elevators.
It was totally part of the plan to see where he would go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Totally
okay.
part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a genius.
You see that the doors open. Channing is not only at the back of the elevator, but in the corner, leaning against it. Almost like he doesn't want to come out of the elevator. Looking at Dom.
And just gives a nod and he's like, and a smile, like an encouraging smile.
You've got to stop that smile. It's really unnerving.
That's why I do it.
Fun story. I pressed the wrong button.
I'm sure you did. What is
I-
up on the floor that you went to? If you gotta look, right? What's up there?
There was a corridor. It looked like a bunch of doors. But then I saw your
Interesting.
text and immediately pressed. I
Yeah,
said, just
I'm-
pressing 53. I don't know why I
I'm
pressed
sure.
67. I don't want to be a kid and just press all the buttons.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just
Please
stay
don't
here.
tell Valerian.
I won't, but I do need you to tell me what was up on the 67th floor. Other than corridors and doors.
Do I have to?
What do you think the answer is to that question?
Who am I more afraid of? That is the question.
See, I will still be nice. I could tell Valerian. I don't think he'll be very nice. If you tell me, I will stay between us.
There is a penthouse on the 67th floor.
Okay.
That I went to a couple of times to meet them as a kind of secondary meeting place.
And why didn't you tell us about this before when we were waiting for over an hour?
What can I say? I didn't think it was important.
Oh, did you now? Did you now? Oh, that's very interesting. I think it's very important, actually. Are there people up there now?
I don't
Did
know.
you meet with anyone?
I didn't meet anyone. I did exactly what you said. The second I saw that text, I had the fear of God instilled into me, and I pressed 53 before exiting the elevator.
Are you being honest?
Yes.
You have a very bad track record when it comes to that. Do I get the sense that he's speaking the truth?
He's being as truthful as he can without explicitly telling you what you want to know. Like, he's trying to be tactile with the truth here, so that if anyone ever questions him, he didn't give anything away. He is walking a very tight rope between betraying the people that contacted him and not being killed by you.
I think you hold on this phone. Can I see your phone for a second? I'm not gonna look through your pictures. I'm not gonna look through your pictures. Don't worry. I don't care what you have on there.
It's not the pictures I'm worried about.
It's the messages, right? And that's what I'm looking for.
It is the messages.
You can also, you can also just show me. Then you don't have to give me your phone, and you can just show me the messages.
He takes a step back towards the elevator.
Well, I think just they also take a step forward.
You see his eyes eye up the elevator button panel.
No, I can assure you, I'm very fast. You can hide, but you can't run.
Fine. He pulls his phone out of his pocket and hands it to you.
All right. Can I look at the messages that he's gotten?
Yeah. Typical shady person. A lot of these numbers are either withheld or are not saved as contacts.
Can I? How many are there? How many numbers are there, roughly?
There's about 20 or 30. It becomes quite apparent as you sort of like flick through, like obviously sort of like the menu mode is like the last message on each one. It becomes quite apparent that Channing doesn't just work for Valerian. Channing does a lot of work for other people.
But like the kind of people we're after, or like working for some delivery service or whatever, some other kind of like gig, whatever.
Channing's day job can be best described as criminal Amazon.
Right.
Kind of fair. Sort of just going around and picking up parcels for any group that will pay him and move them around. That's kind of how he got a gig with Valerian. You can see messages relating to tonight and some of the people. So you can see a message telling him to meet him at the cafe X time, bring no one.
All right. Can I, any text that has information relating to that, can I just save the number to my own phone?
Yeah, you can pull out your own phone and add the number into your contacts.
And then after, I guess, if there's nothing else that I can notice on the phone, I will.
On the other messages, because you can see the message history, in the message history, there's a lot of meetings. Chatting in these people.
What locations?
Mostly the cafe, sometimes the penthouse floor.
Okay.
There's a couple locations in Clapton. There's a couple over in. There's a couple over in. Where's my notes? There's a couple over in Hackney. And there's a couple of contacts over in Havering.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
Dom being Dom, you just know these as boroughs of London.
Yeah.
Don't have any sort of significance.
No, but I think what I'll do is, if there's like the whole overview of numbers, I save the ones that are related to this one, but I will take a photo off the screen so I don't have to save everything in this take photo of all the numbers. And then just once I feel like I've got, and like even like or if there's a message that like has some interest, I'll take a photo of that, and then after, if I'm done, I'll hand the phone back.
Okay, yeah. Take photos of basically all the messages, all the numbers. You've got copies. You've almost got a carbon copy of his phone now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
phone.
this very quick. Yeah, and I'll just hand it back. I'm like, thank you. That wasn't so hard, was it?
Yes, that was very hard.
But you did it, and you did a good job.
The whole point of me is I'm supposed to be impartial.
Well, you're not.
It's not my fault that somebody.
You're not anymore.
It's not my fault that somebody contacted me and offered to pay me more money to force Valerian a little bit.
If something seems too good to be true, it probably is.
I mean, the money was true.
Yeah, but what did it bring you?
I mean, I would have got away with it.
Would have, but you didn't.
And Valerian's gonna kill me, isn't he?
Nah. If you just keep doing what I say, I'll make sure he won't.
As well as you become his bouncer.
I don't know. I guess I do what he asks of me, if within reason. But I will say, if you were helpful tonight, I can do it. Put in a good word, make sure it doesn't kill you.
Okay. I can cooperate. I do have one final question. If I'm allowed to ask it.
Sure.
Why is a TV guy being a bouncer for a shady guy?
First of all, I'm not on TV. I've been on TV before, but usually in theater. But I don't have to answer that one.
Because, like, I know that celebrities have, like, really, like, when you read them on blogs, they have really weird pastimes. And I thought they were all just rumors, but clearly they seem to be true. At least some of them do.
Depends. I mean, I like to spice it up sometimes.
Oh,
You know, get kind of live experiences, and that will help me get into roles a little bit better if I've been on different sides of life.
Oh, method acting, that kind of thing.
Kinda.
Oh, so you're oh, I get it. So you're playing one of those like criminal roles in another thing, and you're trying to get the experience.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. That doesn't mean however, that doesn't mean that the threats aren't real. Because Valerian, if I won't do it, Valerian will do it.
No, understandable. Wink, wink.
Well, I feel like Dominic first would try and argue, and then realize like, wait, actually no, like, because I feel like they would think like if Channing thinks it's all an act, he might be more willing to cooperate because his life is not on the line. Yeah.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
And I will. That's a good question. Just sit at a booth over there, and just.
Are we doing this again? Are we? Just booth sitting.
I mean, you can order yourself a drink if you want. Yourself comfortable.
Okay, fine. He walks up to the bar, grabs himself a pint of
Yeah.
a drink, and
And
makes
Dom
his way
will-
over to a booth about 3 or 4 seats away from Leto.
Mhm. Yeah, I think Dom would text in the group chat. First of all the screenshots that or all the photos that he took, and
Mhm.
then sort of quickly says like the penthouse upstairs that there was Channing was meeting there sometimes, and then just kind of at the end like, what do we do?
As you
Penthouse.
send them, you get an alert on your phone, Dom.
Oh shit!
It is a reminder that in 1 hour's time,
Yes, I
you
remember
need
that.
to be over at the West End
Mm-hmm.
for a job interview.
Yep.
You're close. I mean, you are close.
Okay.
You're probably 20 minutes away via public
Okay.
transit. So
Well,
you can linger around for a while.
Yeah. I think I will notice is that I need to go in like a little bit of time. So if they need me for anything, I need to do it now.
I mean, are you not going to take them with you? I mean, what the best way to have a job
I
interview?
think
than
we
having
will
roadies?
be absolutely fine without you, Dom. You know what? Don't feel bad at all. If you have to go, you go. There's hard feelings. In fact, get out of here. Leave now, please.
Are you sending that in character?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You just get the emoji back. The response.
Poor
But
Dom.
yeah, I feel like actually at that, Dom would just be like, okay, and just sends Channing a text with like a description of what Leto looks like, and be like, if you need someone, and also like add the number or no, rather would send Channing's number to Leto rather, and just be like, I'm out of here. Just go. Yeah, he was still to go. So yeah.
Morgan dismissed them early.
Yeah. So they're gonna go go to the what is it? Rehearsal.
Yeah, the rehearsal.
Text Leto. I thought actors were meant to be good at picking up sarcasm and subtext. Maybe
I think
actors really are just dumb.
I think it's also part of that dumb. Just this point is just like, if they're gonna play it that way, I'm just gonna do that. Just
Yeah. Not the first time.
Go be back with your human life. How dare you? You're
You're
just
just jealous. You're
Um,
just jealous.
A little bit.
I mean, yeah, considering what Morgan's like on the humanity front at the moment. Yeah. Okay, so you're going back in the elevator, Dom. You're going back down. Okay. Does Leto want to reply to the group chat before Dom finishes closing the elevator door?
No, she's just been ignoring her phone buzzing because she can see him texting, and she's been like inadvertently watching what's gone down, like really obviously by the elevator's door. So she's just like, okay.
Okay, so Dom, you leave.
Yep.
Morgan is investigating the bar and sort of sleuthing around. So
Yeah, I've taken my jacket off and I
Yeah.
slung it round along
Yeah.
on my back, and I got my finger in the thing, like you're just kind of
proper hipster.
walking around.
So yeah, you discover that a bit like how Leto originally scouted the place, whoever this person is, they are not here. The only thing that you notice particularly is there is a VIP section in the one corner. Kind of an owner's booth. And sitting in there is this older woman, probably late 40s, maybe early 50s. Obviously dyed black hair. Not a single grey in sight. Wearing a sort of like business suit, sort of navy blue suit, sort of sipping on a... Well, this is it. They are drinking from a glass, but whenever they drink, the volume of liquid doesn't change.
Okay. Interesting. Does she have like security around her?
Not
Or
this
is it
time.
just a bouncer at the VIP section?
No, bouncer, yeah. It's just red rope. The thing that stops everyone in video games from getting anywhere. No, we know what happened last time.
Red rope, I meet again. Flashbangs the other way, red rope this way. Yeah. Okay. Morgan is gonna. Morgan's gonna go up to the bar.
Yep.
I'll have one of whatever she's having.
Okay. You get poured
Two.
two. Okay. They pour you 2 drinks. It is vodka with a lemon slice served in a cocktail glass, designed to be as innocuous as possible.
I take a small sip to see if I can take any of the volume.
This is alcohol. This is pure alcohol. I was gonna say this isn't gonna end well for you now, is it?
I take a small sip and go. Yep. Okay. Cool. Keeping up, remembering which one I spat back into. I go with both glasses over to the VIP area.
She clocks you. You know, she is on her own. Oh. I didn't think anyone ordered those. I mean, they're not exactly sophisticated.
I thought you could do with another. It looks like yours is running empty.
You know it's not running empty.
Oh, I do.
Okay. +1 point for originality. That's a very clever tactic. Now that you're close enough, you can get that sort of skin hue that is giving this away now.
Cool. I would like to use Sense the Beast.
Ooh.
Okay, remind me what Sense the Beast does.
I would love to. So, I will use Resolve plus. Oh wait, no, I have to read this. Roll Resolve plus Animalism versus Composure plus Subterfuge. A win allows the user to sense the level of hostility in the target, whether the person is prepared to do harm or even determined to cause it, and determine whether they harbor a supernatural beast, marking them as a vampire or werewolf. On a win, a critical gives the user information on the exact type of creature, as well as the hunger level and their resonance. This power can be used actively and passively, warning the user of aggressive intent in their immediate vicinity.
Was it Composure plus Subterfuge she's rolling?
Yep, and I'm rolling
Unfortunately,
Resolve.
that's one of her stronger pulls.
Well, you know, it's worth doing anyway, even if it's just a passive thing. Resolve plus Animalism. So this isn't going to go well for me.
Actually, it may go well for you because she rolled like dog shit.
How many successes is that?
1, 2, 3. There's 7 dice with 2 successes.
Oh, 2 then.
Wow.
Yeah, she was good at that normally.
I also got a 2, but I did get a critical on one of them.
Meets and beats. Okay, so what do you need to know? You need to know their level of hostility. They're not hostile.
Yeah, and if it changes.
Okay. They aren't hostile. They're a vampire. They are not particularly hungry. You get the impression from watching her drink now that she's mastered the technique of kind of pulling the drink back, letting it hit the bottom of her lip, and then pulling it back. So she doesn't actually drink any of it, it's on her lips. You sort of notice that as she talks, she goes to great lengths to make sure that her fingers go nowhere near her mouth.
Cool.
And now you're putting two and two together, you notice that in the bottom of her sleeve is a tiny like a handkerchief.
Okay.
That every now and again she pulls out and moves across her mouth.
Yeah. So I can tell she's a vampire.
Yep.
Which I could anyway, but like, I can tell she's not hostile.
Not
but
hostile.
If at any point in this conversation that
becomes
changes,
hostile,
please let me know.
I will let you know before she slits your throat. Got it.
Can I join you?
I don't see why not. Although, do you think your dates won't approve?
Oh, you know, making them a little bit jealous is always going to help me.
You see that this woman focus on Leto for a moment, like intently observing, and then pulls back. A piece of advice. People who can live a long time, it's not a good idea to make them jealous. They can hold a grudge for a very, very long time.
I like to play things risky.
Okay, it's one of you type. Okay,
Listen,
come on. Go to the road.
Eternity is only as good as the game you play with it.
True, but...
And like taking a seat, putting the two drinks down. So what is your game?
LA doesn't tell everything in the first conversation. Don't be silly.
I don't think this is the first time we've interacted.
Really now? What makes you think that?
See, I was walking down, well, just by the Thames, and I looked over to the tower. And I knew someone was here. Now, if that was you, that is some power you've got there. Some presence, should I say.
That's...
Or am I looking for someone else?
As much as I would like to claim credit for whatever it is I supposedly did to you, that would not be me. I must admit it feels quite weird seeing fellows here. After everything that happened, this place isn't particularly frequented anymore.
I see. Well, with that sorted, Morgan.
Miss Klein.
Well, Miss Klein, what are you doing on this lovely evening? Out for a little bit of a bite?
No, I'm good at keeping that in check. Thanks for asking. No, I'm just doing what I normally do most nights. Sit and observe.
So you're here a lot?
Well, I do own the place.
Right. So you'd know about the gang using this building to operate out of?
You'd have to be much more specific in your inquiry. There are many...
Combat boots.
Okay, that's specific enough.
Also, 63rd floor? Penthouse?
You see that she shuffles a little bit in her chair at the mention of the 67th floor.
67, thank you.
New guests up on the floor. I don't know how much you know about the Shard, but ever since its construction, it's always been a kindred project.
Weird that. It's made of a lot of unpolarized glass.
We didn't say we were living in it. We just have a controlling stake in the business that runs it and built it. It worked quite well for us for a while until the Inquisition figured out that we had a controlling stake.
Who knew?
Literally.
Capitalism could be bad for us.
I don't know. I got me a few nice cars out of it.
It's alright, you know. All you need is one good Honda Civic.
Yeah, I suppose.
New guests, then.
Yes.
Out of town?
Very out of town.
Okay.
Not normally allowed here. However,
Yeah.
the board explicitly made an exception.
And the gang.
Foot soldiers of the new group. I can't say much. All I can say is that I know. I just want to see that she kind of brushes her nose slightly as she speaks. All I know is they took a direct flight from Paris.
Well, this has been a fruitful conversation. Here. A fellow coterie member does blood supplies. I don't know if you already used them, but tell them that, well, I'll get you a free arrangement. Pull out one of Valerian's business cards.
They look at the card and go. They recognise the name clearly. Oh, you're one of Valerian's lot.
Well, Valerian's one of my lot.
You keep telling yourself that. Good job.
Oh
but,
yeah,
no,
I totally work for Valerian. You know, keep saying that to everyone. That would be really helpful for the whole thing.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's a bad shout. There's far worse groups that you could throw yourself behind here.
One less of recent events.
News does travel slightly fast, and it is slightly concerning. Although, word on the street, if it could be believed, it may still be around. Someone saw him very, very late last night.
You don't happen to know where Kit was heading, would you?
Well, no, I don't have my ear that close to the ground.
Well, you know, I was just checking. You're pretty good at the information. I thought I might as well check.
Information I get nowadays is fragmented. I only get it in small bursts, and I have to spend a lot of the time putting it together myself, unfortunately.
But isn't that where the fun is? Solving the puzzle.
I'd much rather have the answers given to me.
Well, everyone's their own then.
All I would say is that if you are going to start messing stuff up on the 67th floor, politely don't leave your bodies in the corridor.
Don't worry. I don't tend to leave bodies. Puts the card down and walks away.
I think at that point, we're going to cut for our break.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just waiting for that conversation to go completely the wrong way and for Morgan to say something.
I'm the conversations! How dare you! Did you not see my amazing flirtation?
I was so debating going, do I call for a performance now? No, let him role play it out. Go get a drink, go stretch, go do what you need to do. If you have tablets, now would be the time to take them. We will be back in about 10 minutes, about 9:20, possibly possibly 5 pass if we're 15 pass if we're lucky. Just take a breather. We'll see you in a moment. Hey, welcome back. I hope you had a good break, good stretch. I know I have. My legs are finally not as creaky as they were 10, 15 minutes ago. We ended with Morgan sauntering away from conversation after picking up a couple new facts and leaving Miss Klein with now 3 vodka glasses on the table. She wasn't drinking one of them, and now she's got 3 of them not to drink.
It made a point.
Yeah, where does Morgan want to slip off to? Back towards Leto, I imagine?
I text Leto. I see nothing. I think we've got to go to the penthouse. I've got an idea.
Okay. While they were over talking to Miss Klein, Leto would have got rid of the hat and the hoodie, and she would have gone to the bar and ordered a pint and, I don't know, a bottle of something.
Yeah.
Colourful probably. I don't know, some kind of like VK knockoff or something. And then she'd have wandered over to where Channing is sat. And she'd have just slid in next to him and be like, "Hey, sweetie, looks like you're not having a good night."
You're with Dom, aren't you?
Am I?
And they told me to. Oh, hang on, no. Oh, okay, we're doing this, are we? Okay, I have no idea who you are. Why are you sitting next to me?
I was just checking if you were having an okay night. You were sat here all alone.
It's been interesting. Scary. I've already wet myself once tonight.
Oh, lovely. Well, here's the opportunity to do it again. Here's a pint. You can fill up your organs or whatever it is you do. Here's the thing. How scary a night has it truly been so far?
Well, I was accosted outside my own home, almost pinned against the wall, threatened, coerced to cooperate, and then dragged here, and then I tried to make an escape, and that didn't work. And now I'm sitting here across the table from someone who's, and I mean this in the politest way possible, but your stare is really freaking me out. Your eyes are intense. Do you know that?
I'll take your word for it, and I'll definitely take it as a compliment. Now, what I was thinking was, one, we didn't drag you here. Nobody dragged you here. Apparently, you were having a meeting.
Yes. That didn't go ahead, though.
No. What do you think the repercussions of that are going to be?
I mean, they're either going to cut me off. That's what I would do. Or they're gonna kill me.
Yeah, see, that's why I was asking about how scary. Me personally, I feel like it's more likely to be the latter.
I'm trying not to think about it.
Well, you should think about it, sweetie, because otherwise, how are you going to survive?
I don't plan on being in London by the end of tomorrow morning.
That is a smart idea. So, the only thing I was going to really ask you before you skedaddle was what you know about the people on floor 67.
roll me. Manipulation. Plus, I'm going to say here that you'll remember hurt information out of him. I'm going to say manipulation and insight. Let's work to Leto's strengths. DC 3.
That's 6 successes.
You succeeded on
Oh
every
god,
dice.
there's any for me to be, is it?
No, I got 3 10s.
Oh, okay. 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 I get it. Okay. I'm cornered. I've got nowhere to go. If I am gonna flee, I might as well give up everything, I guess. Okay. I don't know much about floor 67. I've only been there a couple times, and it's only really been there to pick up or drop off things. I know that the group that I work with, who I still don't know their names, don't live there. They also just meet up there. The true occupants are this couple. They've got quite heavy French accents. They don't really talk much. They don't do much. All I know, they took a lot of interest in Valerian, in knowing what Valerian was doing. And they were taking a lot of interest in what other little groups were doing. I didn't quite catch their names, and I didn't really care at the time to learn anything. I just wanted my money. All I know is whoever's up there seems to have a thing for wanting to know other people's businesses and how they can fuck around with other people's businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And my guess would be the people that I worked with are their instruments, I guess, for doing that. But I don't really know. I just tend to stay away from there unless I'm told to go there. It's not particularly pleasant. It's quite a tense atmosphere up there.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like they're looking at you weird.
Weird how?
I don't know. Like a lion eyeing up a gazelle. And I just feel really uncomfortable going there, so I'm not going there again. I will admit, now that I'm getting out of here quickly and hopefully safely, that I deliberately pressed the button to 67 because I was going to warn them. But when I got to the door, I noticed there was no lights. There was no light coming from underneath the door, so I assumed no one was in. So I turned around and walked away. Well, not walked away, ran away, because that's when I got the text from Dom. And Dom can be very scary over text. Those emojis were scary. Why am I doing this? You see that they put their hand in their pocket, pull out their phone, sort of slide it across to you and go, I'm not gonna need this anymore. Maybe it's of some use to you. I know Dom was taking a particular interest to it. Can I run now?
I think you should finish your drinks first.
Is it? It's at this moment. Morgan comes and sits down next to Channing, puts an arm round his shoulder. Channing, right?
Oh, no. Yes. Who the heck are you?
Well, I'm your best bud.
I-
And you and I, we're going upstairs.
I'd rather not. I'd much rather be going downstairs, not upstairs.
Well, you know, if you survive, you can go downstairs all you like.
This. What more do I have to give you?
The Frenchman.
As I said to your pal, looking at Leto, I don't know a lot. I never spoke to them officially. They were just always there.
Well, a friendly face to get me through the door.
I sort of looked at Leto. Do I have to?
Listen to me very carefully. This is what's going to happen. You're going to finish those drinks. You're going to get in that elevator. You're going to go up to a 67. You're going to go to the room that you remember. You're going to knock on the door and introduce yourself. And then you're going to talk to them if they come to the door, as if everything's hunky-dory and none of this ever happened, and you're going to be there because they didn't come to the meeting that they had organized. And she is using Mesmerize.
Well, he's immortal, so he's not going to be able to resist it. Sort of eyes sort of glow for a second, sort of little spark in his eye. Okay, fine. I'll do it. And he doesn't say anything else. Just picks up the pint and starts drinking it. Rather aggressively. Almost tries to do it in one, but can't quite do it. So
Way like
does
the
it in
drink.
two. Does it in two. And then puts the pint glass down. Okay, I'm ready.
After you. Gets out from the chair like, you staying here, Leto, or are you coming with?
Which would you prefer?
Up to you.
How gunning for a fight are you?
Depends how it goes, isn't it? I'll protect you.
I'm not worried about me.
I'll be fine. You know, why don't you come with me to make sure I'm okay? Partner?
You can tell me more about that lady you were talking to, sweetie.
Yeah, well, you know her from work. Lots of useful information about the upcoming stocks and shares.
Do I need to go for a minute so you can have your couple
No,
of squabble?
we're going. Come on. Are you coming with or not?
Yes.
Oh,
Get Bonnie and Clyde over here. Fine. Let's go. Let's go. He struts over to the elevator, calls it, waits for you to get in, and hit 67. And you go up to the floor. Let's put this one on set. You come out onto the 6th, 7th floor, and exactly as he described, It's a corridor with 4 doors, 2 on either side, to 4 penthouse suites. He walks down the corridor to the furthest on the right. It's 67B. You can see that for a moment he's hesitating. He's struggling to knock the door.
Quickly,
Yep.
would we have to reapply Sense the Unseen and Sense the Beast because we're in a new location?
Yeah, if you want to reapply them now.
Just might be a good. I'm going to sense
Yeah.
the Beast personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do
Sense the Unseen.
Sense the Unseen, but as soon as those two stepped out of the elevator,
Mhm.
so they were facing away from her, she
Yep.
essentially disappears, and she's using Unseen Passage.
Okay.
So she's behind them and
Yep.
following, but can't be seen.
Awesome. You activate what you need to activate. You're getting nothing back. There's no immediate feedback.
It's just a passive thing that's
Yeah.
just there. Like, if danger starts approaching,
Let you know.
let me know.
He knocks on the door. Steps back. Nothing. 60 seconds, no response.
Did you say it was B?
67B.
I walk past and go to 67A.
Yep.
Is that light coming from under the door?
Yeah.
Would I know if A and B are the same room, but like with a small room dividing, or is it just like 2 separate rooms?
They're separate apart. They're separate penthouses here.
Okay.
They've divvied up. Penthouse isn't the right word. These are essentially high-end apartments that people call penthouses.
Okay.
They're not fully.
So
they're not.
it would be a different. It's not.
It would be a different.
It's
Yeah.
not the same.
No,
Okay.
you'd be disturbing a different family or person if you were knocked on A. Not that there might not be a way across from A to B, but that would be very risky.
I look at Leto. I look at the door standing in front of Channing, and I kind of point at Channing and point at the door and signal through.
I mean, she's invisible, so.
Oh, I don't know where you
She
are.
responds.
Oh, no,
No.
yeah, I don't. I'm not going to signal at him.
No.
Well, if you're not here, I guess it's time to do it my way. I kick Channing through the door.
You
Which one, A or B?
B.
B. Okay.
You don't kick the door. You kick Channing through
I
the
kick
door.
Channing through the door.
Okay, give me. Strength plus brawl. Difficulty 3. Oh god. Poor Channing's a mortal, and you're just
Yeah,
kicking him through the door.
I'm going to kick him through the door. Yeah, I'm only going to use prowess as well to
Okay.
increase
Kick
my
him in
strength.
half.
So I'm going to make a rouse check. And that's the first time my rouse check has succeeded this whole game. I'm in a great mood.
Hey.
So I add my potence to anything that's strength based.
Okay.
This is going to break him in half.
100%.
How? What's the difficulty?
3. 'Cause the door's not that hard.
It's a messy critical.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Mm.
Is he dead?
Morgan doesn't wait to lose more humanity.
Oh,
I was gonna say. do
They're
you,
gonna just.
I'm playing Humanity 5, okay, guys.
You are playing Humanity
They're
5.
just on the way to just yeah.
It's part of the plan. You haven't seen the next step of the plan yet.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, the plan is to go to Humanity 1.
I'll take a stain then.
And yeah, do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? Take the stain, because you went very overboard with this. You didn't need to do this.
No, I didn't.
And you kick poor Channing in the back. He goes into the door with enough force that the hinges come off. He is taking aggravated damage. He is a mortal. He does not have much in the pool of health. But Channing is alive. Just unconscious.
Just never walk again.
just unconscious. He recorded he has 4 health points, of which going through the door gave him 3 aggravated. So he is
as was planned.
he is not in a good way. And I need to swap it out.
Oh.
The room that comes through the other end is for hang on. That's not the right one. Where is it? Where is it? Is it this one? Give me a minute. I want the right mood for this one.
Dedication.
That's not the one. The problem is I don't name these properly.
Oh no.
So I'm looking and I'm like, is it that one? Yes, it is. Awesome. You kick Channing through this door, and darkness meets you. There are no lights on in the apartment.
My eyes glow
penthouse.
red, and I can see in the dark.
Awesome. There's nothing like looking back at you. There's no one hiding. Sense the unseen is not going off. After having a brief look around with your eyes, it's kind of clear that whoever lives here currently isn't in.
I reach down to pour
Unconscious Channing.
unconscious Channing and pat him on the head. Sorry about that, but I had to.
You are in a very utilitarian penthouse. Everything is steel and concrete, really. Tiled floor, not particularly ornate. The furniture, however, is very ornate. Very Parisian Renaissance. Everything's in gold and whites. If you want to have a look around, I will let you roll any combination you want to investigate.
Cool. I will do that, but first I'm going to look out the window.
Yep.
Can I see the street corner I was standing on?
You can see from here the exact spot where you were standing when you put the car into the Thames.
Cool.
In fact, from here, you can kind of think you almost can sort of see the top, like the faint outline of Dom's car reflecting in the light slightly. It hasn't moved down the Thames; it just went straight to the bottom. Yes, yourself and Leto may take a turn to investigate. Use any combo you want. Tell me the combo, and I will tell you the DC.
Intelligence investigation.
Okay. Do DC 4. There's 2 on this. There's a 3 and a 4.
Cool. I am going to do the thing that gives me extra die. What's that called?
And while you do that, does Leto want to make an investigation of some kind?
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Same as well. Okay.
What's the thing I can do to get an extra die?
Blood rousing?
Blood rousing, yeah.
That gives you the extra die, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'll make a rouse check. My brain's like, what's it freaking called?
I'm learning. I'm remembering things now.
Oh, I made it as well. Oh! Sorry.
You see, because we know of Morgan's particular feeding type, any chance he fails a rouse check, it's like
a bad time.
It's like, well, there goes my humanity.
That is
4
a
for 4?
success on the 4. Yeah, it's a 4 for
4
4.
for 4.
I got 4 as well.
4 for 4. Awesome. You come across let's start with Leto. I think Leto needs to solve the mystery here. You find a black suitcase, and when you open it, you find a bunch of discarded jewelry.
Where that's from.
I'm sure actors would love to hear about this. On top of that, you find more suitcases. Inside, you've got more of those axolotl blood bags. You've got counterfeit drugs in another. And you've got what looks like some kind of electronic hacking device in another. From Morgan's point of view, I think you probably are more broadly investigating the actual penthouse itself. One entrance, which is now the broken door. No balconies, no openable windows, polarized windows this time. Doing a very good job of keeping the light out. Even the moonlight is struggling to penetrate through these polarized windows. Every single window has a blind, and in the bedroom, they've not only blinded it once, they've blinded it twice. Like, a lot of precautions have been taken to deal with the glass in this this penthouse. There is no signs. It's been deliberately done. I think Morgan could tell on that success on the 4 for 4 that someone is going out of their way to make sure that any kind of evidence that this place has lived in doesn't exist. So everything is immaculate. It's like a show home, with the exception of those briefcases. However,
And the broken door.
And now the broken door, yes.
And the
the
body
unconscious
bleeding.
Channing,
Yeah,
yes. I think you both find the final thing at the same time. Underneath the ornate coffee table are cardboard archive boxes. A lot of them. 3 to be precise. In each of them are various files, various Inquisition files, all referencing, well, not all of them, most of them referencing something called Operation Antigen. A cursory flick through reveals that this was essentially the, if you like, battle plan for the original Purge of London. They've got the names of assets, the name, operational reports of different raids, including the one on the Shard itself. There are dossier folders on Kindred in there. I am going to say who wants to try a DC 5?
I can assist, right?
You can assist.
I'm going to assist Leto in whatever Leto's doing.
What am I doing?
Intelligence
Well,
plus investigation.
I'm assuming you've got better intelligence and investigation than I do.
Intelligence.
I will say that this, because I'm being nice, add one from Morgan helping you, add one for forensics.
Not a very good roll.
Willpower.
only needed 5, right?
5, yes.
Okay, and I can use a willpower to reroll 3.
Yes.
I shall do so. Much better. Okay, so that puts my 4 up to a 6.
Okay. Get ready. Digging through these files further. I'd say this takes about 5 to 10 minutes to dig through, because there's a lot of folders through here. There's a folder on Valerian. There is also a folder on Dominic. There appears to be folders on, and Morgan would know this, every single faction leader. There are files here. In between the anti-gen files from like 2012-13 are files which were updated only a couple of weeks ago. You notice that there are there are sort of intelligence gathering reports from Camden. The Inquisition were trying to hunt down Valerian. From the folders you have, it looks like they haven't succeeded. Because, fun surprise, all the CCTV in Camden doesn't work because somebody keeps sabotaging the cameras. Which you can see in the report is just constantly being like, we need to get more cameras, we need to get more spray-proof paint. And you can see like screenshots of like you coming up to these cameras and just big red circles around them with like question marks. Leto is very much not present in these files. But your sire is. Morgan is referenced, but there's no strict file specifically in Morgan's name. The Valerian file is very thick. The Dom one, not well. It's thick, but it's thick because there's a lot of screenshots of things off Instagram and kind of newspaper stories of, hey, has anyone else noticed that Dominic only goes out at night now? Like, unfortunately, being famous, people notice changes in your behavior. So, the more you dig through these files, the more obvious it becomes that whoever had them is trying to rebuild Operation Antigen using new information. However, there are scribbles all over these notes in a cursive handwriting. Not the same sort of formal kind of detective-like circles and handwriting that, you know, people like actors would use, people like officials use. This is very fine handwriting. And they're all about weaknesses they're highlighting Valerian's reliance on humans to distribute blood. They're highlighting Dom's newness to kindred kind, or suspected kindred kind, as a possible avenue. You see specifically on Dom's file, it specifically reads potential masquerade breach.
Cross out potential.
On a 6. Go on. Go on. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. The stalker that is following Dom is an Inquisition agent.
The real question is his mum an Inquisition agent?
There is no reference to Dom's mum within the file.
Good.
But there is specific references, and I'm going to roll one more d10, see if it counteracts the d10 from last time.
Oh no.
Okay. You find another note at the very bottom. Now, what's interesting is this note is recent. It looks like it has been stolen. First of all, the ink almost hasn't dried on this note, but it's a note that mentions that at an earlier point tonight, well, this afternoon, the stalker was outside Dom's apartment. But there's no more information. You do have, you do have their name. Their name is Heather Mann.
Two ends?
Two ends, yeah. They work, their official job is an informant for Scotland Yard. And as if it couldn't get any more tangled, the department that they report to is the one that Acthurst works at. They are an informant usually used in sort of homicide situations. They're usually sent in to infiltrate groups to kind of work out, hey, who done it, kind of thing.
How much of this am I getting from helping? Am I getting bits and bobs, or do I roughly get all of it?
I think you roughly get all of it. It's a team effort. I think.
Yeah.
You look through one file, pass it to Leto. Leto makes a remark. I think between you, you build this picture up. The Inquisition were close to building a pretty much full profile. And then, by the looks of it, they've lost the archive. And now, whoever this group is, they're now using that archive to do their own things.
I guess we owe the French a favour. They've struck a blow to the Inquisition. And that means we've got two problems to solve. Whoever compiled all this, and whoever stole it. I can't carry these cardboard boxes and him. Or maybe I could, but I don't want to. We take the boxes, we leave the body as a message, right?
Yeah, I was hoping to put a pretty bow on it.
I say you can find some
I pull down one of the
Vivid.
curtains
Okay. Yeah, so you pull down one of the
and wrap
curtains.
it around.
Oh no, I want to take a strip. Let me do it. I've got a bit more.
You're
Nash.
yeah, no, absolutely.
Tell you what, you start gathering boxes.
Yeah, I start packing the boxes.
I'm going to feed from the sleeping Channing.
Okay. You feed from Channing. Does it knock your hunger down by 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
For immortal. He's unconscious, can't resist. Take what you want. Are you putting a pretty little bow on him?
Yes. I'm gonna strip some
On
of
the
the
carpet?
curtain
Yep.
off, and I'm gonna wrap it round his full torso, so his arms are like stuck by his side, and then do a nice big pretty bow on it.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So
We're sending a message. These fuckers need to know we're after them.
okay.
And now they need to know we were here.
So Dom's taking the boxes. I mean, these are archive boxes. You,
Morgan.
just keep reminding me. I don't know what. I keep looking at. Right, let's try again. So Morgan can take 2 of the boxes. Leto can take 1. I don't think Morgan can carry all 3.
I have I have very good strength. So
I think it's not so
I
much a
can just
strength
balance the
problem.
3 of them.
I think that's the problem. It's not strength, it's the size. Like, stacking 3 of these on top, you'd be like covering your entire face. You'd probably have to use Leto to guide you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take 2 and
It's up to you. You can do that.
no, we'll do it logical. I'll take 2 and say like point to Leto. Can I all fight?
Should I take the suitcases or just the stuff that's in the suitcases?
Oh, if you got the suitcases to take. Oh, I'll take this. What I'll do is I'll put 2 boxes underneath my arms, and then I'll hold the suitcases in my with my
That's
hands.
only if you want them. I don't know if we want them.
No, it's part of your investigation, isn't it?
But only the jewelry.
Well, it'll be useful anyway. They know we've been here. Might as well take it all.
Will the stuff that's in the suitcases all fit into one suitcase or not?
Yes, it would be a bit of a push. You'd have to kind of like squeeze some of the blood bags into the corner. But yeah, you could in theory do it. It would take a little bit more time.
The blood bags are probably useless at this point, right? Because like, blood bags have to be really fresh in order to work.
See.
Okay.
And to be honest, they've just got the axolotl markings on the serial numbers to prove that they were tampered with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, in which case I'll just take the drugs and the jewelry.
Okay. You've been here for
You
what?
take 1 suitcase and a cardboard box, and I take 2 cardboard boxes.
Yes.
Okay. So you're there, getting ready. Just ignore me. Just counting successes. The failures. Okay. You reach elevators. That's the wrong word. As you go into elevator 1, Leto, as the doors close, Sense the Unseen goes off in the elevator that's just opening to the left of you. And you can kind of sense that there's this running towards the door. It's 2 signatures that you can kind of sense that are both running. And where we will leave tonight is just as the elevator's about to go down, you hear in a rather thick French accent, "Mad," as the elevator goes down. And that is where we are going to leave tonight.
Yeah.
I am in
Um,
danger.
Wow. You
Am
know
I gonna
that.
make it to the end of the campaign? Who knows? We shall see.
This is going to be an interesting one for it now. So, what happened when I was gone? Well,
Oh.
Nothing. We don't tell you nothing.
Nothing, mate. No problems. Everything's hunky dory.
Everything's fine. Everything's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
I'm
first,
sorry, Dom. We didn't mean to sideline you for the whole adventure.
It's
I
fine.
had hoped we'd have more time to start the Dom rehearsal.
I made the
Um,
active choice because it's literally this is what he's like. No, fuck this. I'm gonna go to
Well,
my
don't
thing."
We should have
worry.
an hour of next week just dedicated to the rehearsal and the interview.
I mean, you
Dom.
say that, but there was a good chunk planned for it. Trust me, it's going to be a very interesting rehearsal. A
Yeah.
very interesting job.
Yeah.
It's going to be half kindred, half werewolf cast.
I mean, for all you
Doing
know,
West Side Story.
Romeo and Juliet, surely.
yeah. No,
classic.
for all you
the
know,
globe.
it's an Inquisition sting operation.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
It did cross my mind that it might be a trap, but
That's it. Why do
They're
you
all
think,
Inquisition except for Dom.
Yeah. Why did you think I asked? Don't you want to bring your friends to the?
Oh,
And you're
no.
like, no, I don't want to bring my friends to this. It's fine. It's
The
like,
thing is, I know that it's bad to split up. I know we do it every the thing is, we do it
We
every
literally do
session.
it
We
every
split
time.
up, but like I know it's a bad idea, but I like to be in character, and even if that means that I have to make really bad decisions.
hey, we're all here for it. But no, I've had a lot of fun. We have a lot of new things, I think, next session to talk about. And try and figure out. I really can't wait now. Can it be next Saturday already? Oh, right, there we go. Try and decompress a little bit. I've been Headfork. It's been a pleasure to have you. You can find me places now. Everywhere at Hedgehog UK. I technically have a Threads. Technically, I don't really use it if I'm being perfectly honest. Not because it's a bad network per se, just more of a case of there's no European network on there, and I can only connect with Americans, and it's like, I love you Americans, but I'd rather have people close by. I do have Blue Sky as well. I am trying to be more active on there. I'm trying to make it my active one. The Misadventures League will have a Blue Sky too eventually, just to pre-hesitate the fall of Twitter. Just in case I have a second home. We technically have a Reddit. I never plug it. No one's in it but me and one other person. We technically have a Reddit. I don't post to it. I really should. But it's on our links at the bottom of the Twitch if anyone wants it. Aside from that, final thing from me, before I give it away to everybody else, there's only a couple more days if you want to put in your interest for Misadventures Amongst the Stars. I need to start the process of finding people and then getting the group together, which it sounds weird saying, oh, it's an October start. But the reality is that October will come very, very quickly. I will blink and all of a sudden it'll be session 0 for that. So if I don't start now, it'll never get done because I'm a lazy person and I only do X amount of hours of TTRPG work a week. I really should do more. I will let everyone sign off. And I will go clockwise this time. So Callum, you're okay. You're going last this time.
I'm ready. I've got my spiel ready. I'm real good.
Fine, okay.
But like,
no.
we'll go on. Come on, let's go anti-clockwise. I'm ready. I'm
Go on
gone.
then, Callum. Take it away.
Hello, I have been Callum, and I will be after the stream ends. You just won't see me unless you go to Twitter, where you will find me at Vita Callum, which is the opposite of what it is here. Well, not the opposite. I've got dirt in it. I will be hanging on to Twitter until the rest of the people who work in theatre in Wales decide to leave, so I can rebuild my network. But until then, I've got a social media presence to keep up. You can find me if you live in Wales and are going to the Eisteddfod next Friday. You can find me watching my play on stage. Not that anyone who watches this would be, but if you would like
You
to,
might.
it is included in the price of admission to the area for the Eisteddfod. So if you are going to the Eisteddfod and you're still there in the evening, Ruan now is on at the Pabech Lane, which would be the literary tent, which becomes the cabaret tent after a certain time. It's only on Friday, unfortunately. One time only. You get to see me lampoon God to a bunch of Welsh people, which can probably go well. Yeah. If you can find my Twitter, as I said before, you'll find a blog where I talk about all kinds of theatre in Wales and anything else that I feel is artistic enough to justify me writing more than 5 words about. That's me. I will see everyone here next week. I'll hand over to whoever's next.
That's Anna.
Hi, I am Anna or Riley, either. Choose whatever you want. My pronouns are they, them, and I've been playing Dominic. And you can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet at Peculiar Planets. That includes Blue Sky. However, I will go down with Twitter because I've been on there since forever and I'm not leaving. Other than that, I usually write tabletop content and comics. So if you want to see that, follow me. And on August 13th, yes, for Vibe Tribe, I will be playing Pathfinder in England.
Ooh.
So I don't know. That's next Sunday, I believe. I'll plug it in again, but on Saturday. But before I forget. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Last but not least, Blue.
Hi, I'm Blue. You can find me on most forms of social media under Sanguis Blue, although I'm not on Blue Sky yet, which sounds odd. I do historical reenactment, I do LARP, I make costumes, I do face paint, I do cosplay stuff as well, and then also various TTRPG streams when I can get them. So yeah, just a little bit of everything that you can find in various forms of social media, including TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that.
Ah, wonderful. Note to self. 2 notes to self. 1, make more TikToks for the Vigilance League TikTok. Which I keep meaning to do, but I don't. And also 5 more games for Blue.
You are so funny. Like, I'm not to toot our own horn, but this campaign is got some great bits that we can edit into TikTok.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
problem is that I have to sit there and find them again, and I'm terrible at pulling them out retrospectively. Also, my sense of humor is terrible. As we have learned, I spent half of the first half of today basically projecting my hatred of late night cafes.
Perfectly nice cafes.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're perfectly nice, but you know, I will continue to shit on them until they open during the day. I will continue to shit on them.
Callum, no sounds coming through. It's suddenly
No, like
I don't know.
it's the late
Callum.
night it's the late night
Where
cafe
did you
gods.
go?
They've finally taken over and gone silence that man.
Callum, come back.
Oh. Oh
Oh,
no.
no. Well, it is
No.
no.
Forbidden.
Oh. That is not right. What have we done? Look,
The
what
ending
annoys-
is near for them.
what annoys me is reference time. Is that actually there's a cafe / cocktail bar literally halfway down the street. There we go.
There we go.
There we
I'm
go.
back.
Yeah, like no, there's a
I'm
cafe
saying
bar.
we can do a cast meetup and we'll do it at one of those kind of
Yes,
bars.
at a
And
cafe
go
bar.
show up.
I will,
100%.
I will just be glaring at the person behind the counter, and giving every student there with a laptop a side eye.
I will bring my laptop
How dare you
specifically.
be young
Yeah,
and
yeah,
learning?
yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
I turned 30 in like 3 days now. Like I'm.
Oh, so that's why
becoming-
that. Is that what this is? Is that,
yeah,
is that
I
why?
think it's me being resentful of youth now. I'm getting to that point now. It's like I can't say I'm young anymore. I'm now entering the Middle Ages, and it's like I don't want this. I didn't plan for this. Okay.
If VTM has taught us anything, all we got to do is find a vampire.
Yeah.
Good.
It'd be
You got
young
3 days,
forever.
4 days, 5 days until you have time, and then you just bug
Yeah.
it.
Forever 29. Such a bad name for a band. Right. I'll let everyone go. Enjoy the rest of tonight. Enjoy your week. We'll see you next Saturday. Have fun. Bye, bye.
Bye.
Don't let the vampires bite.
Or do if that's your thing.
Yeah.